they'll be able to educate each one personally and work with and around those cultures.
Hi, I'm Alex Hanna, principal at Merrill Middle School, and really excited about this opportunity to just share a little bit about not only our school, Merrill Middle School, in terms of the International Baccalaureate program, but also about the district and about the diversity that's within our community as well as our district. A lot of different languages spoken, a lot of different ethnicities, and a lot of different diversity components that make up a wonderful, wonderful district and a wonderful, wonderful school. The work that our teachers do every day with students with varying backgrounds is just amazing. They're stretched to help students do the very best that they can, regardless to where they come from. And that is also indicative in our district, in terms of our district celebrating diversity and helping kids no matter where they come from, no matter what their backgrounds may be. So we're excited about this. We have an outstanding number of teachers in our building, but we really have one teacher that has really hit the high mark, and that's Mrs. Spazzeri, Clemencia Spazzeri, who happened to be the 2015 Teacher of the Year for the state of Iowa. Just to go to tell you a little bit about the magnificent job that she's done in terms of working with kids of all backgrounds and doing our Spanish acquisition program, which we think is one of the greatest programs in terms of the Spanish that we offer and the level that we offer here in our district and the students in our community. Again, we are just grateful to have teachers like Mrs. Spazzeri, not only in our district but in our school, but also just the workings of our community and our district to celebrate and support inclusion and diversity.
Hello, I am Clemencia Spazzeri, the 2015 Iowa Teacher of the Year. Becoming the first Latina in our state to receive one of the most prestigious awards in education provided me with the opportunity to share my passion for education. In my role as an ambassador of education, I dedicated my year to speak at superintendent meetings, schools, universities, and different educative organizations across the state about the value of creating a growing sense of urgency in teaching practices to ensure that a culturally relevant curriculum is being taught to meet the needs of all learners. Why do educators need to know this? Because we live in the 21st century and diversity is everywhere. As educators, we need to be empowered with cultural knowledge, and this starts with self-awareness, understanding, practicing, and reflecting on social-emotional learning as a crucial component for students in self-learning will increase the ability of educators to understand the worldwide and educational environment from a global perspective. We want to educate global citizens to be able to compete anywhere in the world. Undeniably, United States is a globalized country, but global education is falling behind. Dr. Dominic Sassenmeyer, guest editor at Yale Global, said that during the few past decades, the world economy and global culture have changed much faster than our mental maps. And it's troubling that our educational system has not caught up yet with the new global realities. For instance, we are still graduating kids from high schools and universities without having acquired even basic knowledge of the outside world regions, and they will become the outsiders in their land due to the lack of multicultural etiquette of the 21st century. Regarding monocultural horizons, many of our educators more closely resemble their predecessors from a century ago than their present-day peers in numerous countries. For example, in China, educators have to expand their cultural boundaries by acquiring global experiences and a strong command of at least 2 languages. How many of us have gained an intercontinental experience and a strong command of at least 2 languages? Well, it is important to question our practices because that is how we learn to develop critical thinking. During my career as a teacher, I have the honor to work with a very diverse group of students who are going to teach us today multicultural manners from the largest ethnic groups represented in our state, Iowa. Most importantly, our students are going to remind us how diversity is not solely based on race, ethnicity, or language. It is also religion, gender, cultural background, sexual orientation, disability, or socioeconomic class. I hope that my project provides you with valuable cultural information, because teaching can transform lives, and it is more than transferring knowledge, values, and skills. It is humanizing education, believing in effort-based education, replacing the assumption that aptitude determines what and how students learn, with the premise that sustained and direct effort can yield for achievement for all students. Thank you to Merrill Middle School students, parents, administrators, and staff, and DMPS for showcasing my platform as the 2015 Iowa Teacher of the Year.